Redditors who have actually won a lifetime supply of something. What was the supply you won, and how long did it actually last? Won a lifetime supply of mini chocolate milk cartons. During a milk day at school lol. If you opened a carton of milk and it mooed at you, you had to call the number on it and report that you have mooing milk. That was in 2007. I'm still getting milk shipped to me lol. My fiance drinks it because I've grown to hate milk. When a new tropical smoothie cafe location opened in our neighborhood, they ran a promotion for free smoothies for a year. For the first 50 people in line on opening day, my husband made me stand in line for 3 hours. Before they opened, we were 24th and 25th in line. The free smoothies for a year was limited to 1 smoothie per week. Still, we each had 52 free smoothies. Not a bad deal. My mom almost ate the white M&M that they promoted like 25 years ago. If you find it, send it in. You get a lifetime supply of m&ms. They sent us a voucher pack that almost no store would take, but still managed to make it though the lifetime supply. In about 1 month, granted there was 8 siblings. Prob for the best though. My dad won a lifetime supply of cat food, but A, they delivered it all at once, and B, our cats didn't like that flavor of course. We donated it all to a local animal shelter, who were super pleased. I didn't really win it, and it was only a year's supply, but I got a year's supply of Hot Pockets when I was 17. Because I bit into a Hot Pocket that had no filling, and I sent them an email pretending to be my mom, complaining about it. To my surprise, they actually replied and sent me a golden coupon. That was good for a year. I ate so many Hot Pockets that I hate them now, and haven't had one since. I once worked a job that had me purchase Subway sandwiches for mobile working crews and let me keep the tickets. When you could fill the cart up for free sandwiches, all the tickets were numbered and purchases valid. After 2 years, I had enough tickets and receipts to redeem multiple sandwiches daily for at least 6 months if I wanted, and still accruing more. I started filling the carts and giving them to friends to eat a free lunch. Within 1 month, my friends and I were banned from every Subway in a 5-mile radius in Los Angeles. They put our pictures up on the wall and refused to honor the stamps, no matter who brought them in. Inside of another 2 years, Subway corporate canceled the stamps altogether, and no one would accept them. I couldn't even give them away to a food bank or the homeless to get a free sandwich. Thanks Subway. I won free full body massages for life, which basically just translates to 2 massages a week. It was really good. I got addicted. I knew everyone who worked there, and I got to experiment with all of them to see which were the best. Ended up fluctuating between 3 different staff towards the end. They would even train new staff on me for free because I spent so much time over there. Those training massages never cost me anything either, or counted towards my free massage a week limit. When the place closed down, I realized just how expensive massages were. I haven't had one in ages, and I miss it so bad. I won the Cash for Life $1,000 a week lottery about 10 years ago. Every year, I send them proof I'm still alive, and they send me a check for $52,000 in the mail. I won a lifetime supply of Oreos. It was actually just 1 pallet full of Oreos. Probably would last a normal person their whole life. It was like 1,000 pounds of Oreos. I gave away so many Oreos. Having a party? I'll bring a bunch of Oreos. Break room needs snacks, Oreos. I ended up donating like 400 pounds of Oreos to a shelter, just to get them out of my garage. Just for kicks, I called to inquire if lifetime meant my lifetime, and that I had finished off the pallet. They said the pallet would last a reasonable person their whole life, so that was a bummer. But I think that's typically how those things work. My uncle gets free Ben and Jerry's for life. He's been friends with the actual Ben and Jerry's since before they opened the first shop. He has a card that says free ice cream for life, and he can get pints or cones at any scoop shop, at least locally. He also gets decks of free pint coupons that he can use at grocery stores and gas stations. When Unilever bought them out, they tired to buy back all The free ice cream for life cards. I guess it was a fairly generous offer because my uncle is one of only a few that chose to keep the card. This happened in the late 90s. A local bar ran a wet t-shirt contest where the girl who won would win a lifetime of free bar drinks at the bar. They also had cash prizes for second and third place. I don't remember how much, but it was a lot at the time. The result was a packed bar, tons of girls entered, and tons of guys spent money. My friend's girlfriend at the time, now his wife, won first place. She was stoked. He was excited. Turns out the owners of the bar knew that the building was going to be condemned and just wanted to have one last party. When I was a kid 30 years ago, my dad said he'd won free pizza coupons, I think it was Domino's, and he had a massive stack of these little business cards, each for a free large pizza. My dad said we had to be careful using them, though, so we would only use them occasionally. And I remember my dad sometimes making me order the pizza and answer the door to get the free pizza, even though I was only like 9. Looking back, my dad worked for a commercial printing company and was not exactly an upstanding citizen. I'm pretty sure he didn't win those cards. I won a lifetime supply of AA and AAA batteries from a major Canadian tech retailer about 20 years ago. Thing is, batteries last a long time, and there really isn't that much that I use batteries for. Hypothetically, I could start a black market battery business by just getting my free batteries and selling them to people in need. But it's just not worth the time. Even getting the batteries isn't worth the time. I have to get them to type in my name in their system, and there's a note by my name indicated that I get free batteries because I won a contest 20 years ago. And then they run and get their manager to look at it because that looks suspicious. And then the manager looks at it and then asks me questions. And then they finally relent and give me my free batteries. Ryanair, a European budget airline, awarded its millionth passenger free flights for life. After 9 years, they reneged on the deal, so she took them to court. The judge awarded her 60,000 euros to buy her own flights. Her legal costs were more than 3 times that, but Ryanair had to pay those as well. Given the relatively low cost of Ryanair flights, 60 euros, Zero probably buys her at least 6 flights a year for the next 50 years. I won a lifetime supply of donuts, up to a dozen per day, at a local bakery. And it lasted 2 years until the original owner died and his asshole son took over the business. My stepdad won a lifetime supply of WD-40 in the 1990s. They sent him 4 16-ounces cans. He died in 2019. My mom still has 2 cans. As a consolation prize for losing on a TV game show, I was given a popcorn popper, a little girl's bicycle, and a lifetime supply of Dinty-Moore beef stew. I gave the popcorn popper as a Christmas present and sold the bicycle. When the beef stew arrived, it was 1 case of 12 cans. After trying the first can, I realized that the other 11 would indeed last me a lifetime. When I bought my bicycle, the shop policy was that any new bike purchased included free tune-ups for life. Personally, I thought this was a great business move because it got me back in the store regularly to redeem my tune-ups, kept my bike running smoothly, which kept me as an active cyclist. Active cyclist equals active customer. And I also would regularly buy parts service beyond the tune-up when I was there, which I was happy to do since I had a good relationship with the shop through this free tune-up deal. When the shop changed owners, they discontinued the tune-ups. Even for people like me who had purchased their bike under these terms, I don't go there anymore.